Bum ass nigga. Hey, Andy. Still without a job, man. Yes, I am. Heading to my storage to go get those frames so I can meet you guys tonight at the night skate session so I can get those skates from Crack. Because yeah, Crack is giving me skates and the right size skates, because I've been riding 10.5 skates and I'm at 8.5. So those 10.5 USDs I have are way too big. But I've been lacing. But recently, I haven't been skating because of my knee. Yeah, he's giving it to me, so because I gave away my Shimas to a kid at the skate giveaway last year, so I felt bad to the kid. So I decided that I was going to do something stupid. I was going to give the kid my Shimas and my other frames and wheels to the kid, and I was going to take one of the other skates that we were giving away. So I took the USDs because I like USDs. So yeah, but at the time didn't realize they were 10 and a half. I was like, damn. So I kind of sacrificed just for a kid to have some fun at the event last year. Hopefully we can do it again this year. But right now I'm heading to storage, man. Unfortunately, everybody, Panda Panda's got to go to B&H and sell something because Panda needs some transportation money. I really don't want to go in B&H to sell my but I also don't want a fucking ticket. Well, yeah, everyone. It's a very foggy but very pleasant morning. I walked over the bridge. I'm walking from Bushwick. I always walk from Bushwick every morning. So yeah, I try to avoid the subway too because it's fucking dangerous. But today we can't really avoid it if we gotta go all the way up to like, what is that? Is that Washington Heights? That the skate night session is? I only been there once. That's the thing, everyone. I only been there once. And that's when they had the Bashing Pope 7. And I took photos of that. But, yeah. I'm also using the Maven filters. I'm using the 3-stop only. Not even using a CPL on top. Just a 3-stop. Just want to show you that dense fog. And these filters are very effective. Just got to know how to use your filters. And yes, Maven Filters did send me out a whole complete set. They send me magnetic caps. They send me adapters, ring adapters, magnetic adapters. Yeah. They got it all in. Actually, I'm kind of interested in a dark CPL. I'm not really use those as much unless I'm doing a lot of like long exposure of like waterfalls. That's what I use a dark CPL for. Which I want to go to Central Park and get a waterfall because there is a waterfall in Central Park. So Maven Filters, if you're listening, DM me. Now I'm interested in the dark CPL. I try not to like be greedy with these brands or sponsorships or opportunities. I have to have a reason why I need it. And mind you, I get emails all the time from brands. Hey, would you want to review this? I'm like, nah. No one's really interested in some freaking airplane adapter. Well, there are a number of people that are businessmen, corporate dickheads. Hey everyone, stay away from this area. At night, or even during the day, stay away from this area. Some shady shit. Lots of shady New York business in it. Other day, we were walking by here, and we saw the guy that was on the bed. I can't believe he stole someone's mail. That's someone's package, by the way. This happens a lot here in New York City. Package thieves know how to get inside your building and take your packages. This is why I left for Amazon YouTube short emphasizing the troubles behind Amazon. Does Amazon really care about its customer base? Does it really care about its customer user experience? But if you guys want to support, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. We'll definitely need it today. Appreciate you guys. Dude, isn't it fucking beautiful, bro? Look at that. Look at that, friend. So beautiful. Like, these filters make it justice. And by the way, everyone, I am shooting at my correct shutter speed. Everything is manually controlled. I'm not using no auto settings. My shutter speed is 1/25. ISO is at 460 or 400. Because this is the iPhone 14 Pro. And I'm using, what's the color space that I'm using? And I'm using a third-party app called Primus Studios Live app. And look at this. You see that? Ooh. And the Maven filters are just amazing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna look at this. Look. I bet you that works, guys. I found a lawnmower in Williamsburg the other day, and it freaking worked. Someone just sat it there and said anyone can take it. I bet you this works. I bet you it works. You know, these people are so. This is what I was talking about. Wasteful spending. You know what they can do with this, everyone? They can resell it and take that money and give it to any 501c3 or any homeless man or woman or family or child and say, hey, I sold something recently, earlier today. I feel like I want to give this to you. It's called pay it forward. But, you know, society is... society is just too selfish. I'm homeless, and I still give away stuff. I still give food. I still give part of my donations to another homeless human being that I know, like, okay, I'm going to split mine. And I haven't not seen the Chinese woman, because I don't go to public storage anymore. But we should go see if that homeless Chinese woman is over there. We haven't seen her in a while. By the way, thank you to Zhiyun for sending this Smooth 5S AI gimbal. That's right, they sent this out to me for free for an honest and real life assessment on their gimbal. I told the truth. There's some caveats, but it still works. AI does work, but it just it needs improvement. It needs an update. That's all it needs. A firmware update to improve the algorithm. That's it. That's all it needs. Or give me the file. Let me program it. Since I used to program. Actually, I used to program hard drives and video card drivers. Yeah. Using CVS packages. If you guys know what that is. If you're a developer. Yeah. But we're going to change the tone of space, everyone. So we're about to go from classy and now we're going into the hood. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go in the hood. This here is where everything starts to change. How far do you guys want me to walk? Because I only have a 75% battery. I think I can charge at the same time, but my adapter is in my bag, so I need to grab it in the bag because it goes to my Rode wireless microphone, which I'm not using at this time. I don't know. What does it say in the left-hand corner? You tell me where we are. Gotta listen. I said the city like several times. See, gotta be paying attention. That means you're not paying attention. You're not focused. You're not really interested. Thank you, Andy, but we was trying to get him to say it. Because it's very obvious in the left-hand corner what it says. What it says in the left-hand corner, in the top, underneath live. It's like, it's in your face. Literally in your face, like peanut butter and jelly. Smash it together, what you got? Deliciousness. So drop that support, everyone. Panda's broke. Went to a job interview Tuesday. I'm not sure if that went great or not. Again, what's up with these employers asking the wrong questions now? And they're younger than me. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, I got more experience than you do, youngster. This dude was like 27 interviewing me. What the fuck? I got more fucking intellectual and more networking experience than this guy. Oh, my Panda. I'm expecting like older man, married man, children, got a business, you know. It's a young man, like, hey, what the you interviewing me? Hey, let me interview you. Have you traveled? Do you know that? Dude, he asked me this very important question. He says, as a man that don't really speak bilingual, can you communicate if there was a customer? I was like, and I'm looking at my resume. I'm like, I know my resume says Japanese, Korean, French. Okay. I'm just like blown away how these questions are being asked at job interviews today. Read my resume, you stupid motherfucker. This dude. This is why I don't think employers today read the resumes. They just got a job, they go, oh shit, I gotta hire someone. Because it's like kind of protocol. They have to hire a certain amount of people so they can have a constant workflow so everything is done at a quality of time. And here's the thing. I couldn't understand the fact if this employee was serious or not, because he's so young and so guttural that I couldn't take him seriously. Okay, let's go by non-mere reasons first. The organization that I am banned from documenting discrimination behavior. Yeah, this organization, it says you can't come here until you remove the videos. So I'm like, but I was only coming here to see if I could get food. And so I started documenting it and started seeing your staff being very discriminatory towards people and favoritism, especially the men with the women. Who gonna check me, boo, says, image how imitated that was for him. Yeah, they ain't reading. Yeah, they ain't reading. Yeah, people don't like to read either in New York City. Dude, bathrooms for customers only. They still go back there. They see the label that says bathrooms for customers only. But here's the thing. Sometimes they go right to to the wrong door, which it says employees only, and they think it's the bathroom, and they open the door. That happens all the time because people are not reading the big ass letters that says employees only. Seriously, this happens all the time in Starbucks. Doesn't matter what Starbucks, it happens. But here's the thing, Starbucks is not a public bathroom. But people made it a public bathroom. How did this happen? Pandemic. Some people don't understand New Yorkers' sense of humor, boo. You gotta have that understanding. Yeah, that's right. That the New York sense of humor.
I do.
Hey.
One of your community service representatives.
Say it again?
One of the community service representatives.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm not sure what that was about. But yeah, people don't understand this New York sense of humor. They think and it's not that. See, here's the thing. The people now that live in this part of these neighborhoods now, in these new buildings, they're not real New Yorkers. They're not native New Yorkers. They wasn't born here. They didn't raise here. They weren't here in the 80s. They weren't here in the 90s. They might have come in like after 2007 when development started to grow in New York City. That peak where Long Island City started growing. See? Oh, look at this guy. Where you going, Ben? So here's 9 million reasons. Oh wow, there's nobody on the line? Damn, normally we see people on the line. Wow. I guess we're gonna get a exclusive. Yeah, they're not real New Yorkers. This is why I was just telling Brian on IG, like, wait, you guys are not even New Yorkers. How can you understand the situation here? It is not as good as you think. This is not Texas. This is not fucking... Arizona is by far the worst for homeless people. Not only you go to jail for being homeless, everyone in Arizona, but if you are caught multiple, you go to prison. Yeah, they're literally... Some states think homelessness is a crime. Look what Portland is doing. Every time someone sleeps on the street, Portland does sweeps. They don't care if you have your passport, your social security card. They don't care if that stuff is there. They don't care. You're not supposed to be here. You're loitering. Go, get out of here or go to jail. But that's my stuff. Get out of here or go to jail. So you have a choice. Get out of here and leave your stuff. Yeah, that means leave your ID, leave everything. That's messed up, what they do in Portland. That's why when I was living in Portland, I couldn't stand that shit. I had to do something. So I got involved. I started fighting back for the people. That's why all my money went away. This is why my parents were, and all of my friends were like, why are you spending all your money on those homeless people in Portland? And then, it's not just me, it's my friend, Grace, mind you, and my Canadian condolences from Vancouver, Toronto. Come on. People saw what we were doing was a symbol of waking up to a better America. We can solve homelessness if you allow us to, but the government and what the policies that are in place for us, they don't want that because homelessness is a $1 billion industry too. Oh, you can make tons of money off of homeless people. Why do you think they get 501c3s want your information? They're like data brokers, bro. They're just like data brokers. They are no different. Here's the thing. Our species as a human being, we can cure homelessness, but greed, corruption is more profitable and more enjoyable than seeing someone be happy. Oh, there's more Mylar. See that? I find Mylar all the time. Look at that. What's this one? Oh. I'm a recycler, so Nice. I save these and we make bags, clothing, jackets. Yeah. Because this is recyclable. So check us out on Instagram. We're called the Weed Cyclers. Like the weed, smoke weed, cyclers. Yeah. I just realized I'm way early. I don't sleep, everyone, because I have a sleeping disorder. And mind you, I can't take my sleeping disorder medication because I'm taking other medications for my heart and for my asthma. And when I did take all 3 medications, I was not in the best condition. I felt like I was dizzy. I felt like I was like, I don't know, like super drunk or super like under the influence. It made me feel like I wanted to throw up. Yeah, I'm not mixing medications anymore. And if you guys want to know, I have long QT syndrome. I found that out last year when we were on Jackson Avenue. I collapsed, passed out, and someone stole my iPhone right off me. But didn't call EMT or 911. No. I was in the hospital for what, almost a week, 10 days? Man, that's a sign, friend. I'm dying. And you know what? I gotta live with that. You know what? I'm okay with that. Because I got a chance to experience this planet with very little opportunity. Even though I did have opportunity because there was money and trust fund involved. And but at least I did the right thing with my money. I didn't go out there and it's like, well, I did splurge. I bought all my toys that I always wanted. Dude, I can tell you the first time when I got $10,000 when I was 18 years old, you know the first thing I did? The very first thing, I went to Paris. And you know what I did in Paris? I went to Paris just to fucking eat. I just went to Paris just to eat and get away from all the nonsense. I did that because I was, at the time, I'm starting to grow up. Starting to realize, like, I'm a man, I need to be a man. But my parents were just eking me. Well, foster parents were just, they're not very, let's just say, like, we're not on par. First and foremost. Not my real parents, so stop. Yeah, my iPhone was stolen. Yeah, I still can't find the iPhone. It's like, no one wants to turn it on now. I've been looking for it. And mind you, this iPhone here was donated by Phil. Yeah, I didn't buy this iPhone 14 Pro. No, one of you guys did. Phil said, I replaced your iPhone. And that was the best gift ever. Plus, I make better content on the iPhone. Because, ladies and gentlemen, for the last, like, I don't know, since iPhone 3S, or wait, iPhone 4. Since iPhone 4, I did previously own a 3S on AT when it was only locked on AT&T at the time, but I hated the service, so I got rid of the iPhone. I thought the iPhone was like, yeah. Here's the thing, I thought the iPhone was cool, but it just made everyone at that time seem like they thought they were rich. Everyone was cocky. Everyone was being stupid with the iPhone. Look at me, I got an iPhone. You got the stupid Samsung little piece of junk cheap phone. Yeah, this is why Apple got that, I don't know, that mentality of, we a premium brand. If you remember when you did buy an iPhone, you get stickers, you get an adapter, you get a cable, you get a brick, and not only that, you get also an adapter port if you had like an iPhone that can sit up a dock. Remember those days where Apple did care about its customers, and now you don't get any accessories. You just get one thing in the box, and that is the fucking phone. That's how long I've been in this game. And now Apple just lost the biggest lawsuit because the federal judge was like, no, you can't do that to users. You can't. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that Apple this whole entire time, right? Not only the Siri problem, but the Apple Store problem. See, if there was a cheaper alternative to the app, or you buying that same app, but on a cheaper alternative price, Apple will never advertise it. So Apple will always advertise their price, not the developer's price, when you can get it at the developer's price. So they lost that case in court. That, yeah, it was so like, what? You can't, Apple is doing us dirty, friend. I knew Apple was doing us dirty. Because every phone manufacturer, even Samsung, does you dirty. Every manufacturer does something that every user experience is different, right? So every manufacturer does something that you have questions like, why? Why? Brother, why? Brother, ew. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We never walked through this park before. We walk by it all the time. But yeah, everyone. I need some water, man. Stay healthy. I need some, I don't want, see, this is what, I need electrolyte. I need electrolyte. But now, Apple is just being Apple now. Listen, in my opinion, Apple have shown its peak performance when it comes down to user based. They hit 277 million users worldwide, and then it dropped. They haven't been able to overcome that number yet, again. But take it with a grain of salt. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys want to buy Panda some breakfast right now? There's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. Your boy is hungry. See, if I had I can't do that. If I didn't have any allergies, bro, I know my videos would go viral if I had like a chopped cheese sandwich. Oh, look at that. Another baggie. More Mylar. Yeah, guys, you should follow us on Instagram. We use these Mylar once again and we cycle it. We clean it, we sanitize it, we make jackets, bags out of these things. You should see my bag. It's awesome. But with that said, everyone, I got 60% battery. Ooh, okay. It's kind of warm today. I think I need to take the sweater off. I'm glad that the rain's finally stopped. Oh my goodness, the rain was just making everything like. But there's no stores open. Oh, look at that house. Check this out. Dude, that is one sick house, friend. is it a house or a restaurant? But it's a, I don't know. But if that's a living room, that's the sickest living room I ever seen. It's just like you can see right inside, like. Yeah, it's been raining a whole lot this past week in New York City. Oh my man, it just got nasty. Just like, hey, let me just on you, like, let me make your day worse. Yeah, take that rain shower. You need a shower, you dirty ass New Yorkers. That's what Mother Nature is saying. Oh man. Dude, I think that's that old woman. I think that's that old woman in my log. I think that's her. Yeah, that old woman, she's a senior and she's sleeping out here. And I'm like, where's the women? This is why New York City don't care. You got women like that sleeping outside? Are you serious? This is why I tell women, ladies and gentlemen, go to fucking Wisconsin. They take care of you. Women and children come first. Go to Wisconsin. That's bullshit. And maybe she's not seeking services. Maybe because she doesn't like a lot of people. Maybe she doesn't trust people. Like I don't trust a lot of people. I had to explain to Brian how much money I spend during the pandemic housing people at the Northwest Portland hostel. He was like, why don't you just get that money back? And I said, I can't because they all disappeared. You know how you meet people at the hostel? Here's it. I do a Domino's pizza party. I gave away free Zaza because I knew people in Portland from cannabis dispensaries. They would hook me up like, hey, Panda, it's good to see you. Oh, like that tall Swedish woman in Portland. Yeah, she's fine, man. She's tall, but she is fine. But yeah. But New York City, yeah, but you know why she might not like people? Because look at the people in New York City now. Look at the people in New York City now. Before, people care. Even before 9/11, New Yorkers fucking care. There was some shit with the police. Everybody was involved. You had the blacks, you had the Jewish, you had the Puerto Ricans together. Now everyone's separated. They got their own protests now. You're not an activist. If you have your own separate protests, you're not a true activist. So, but this is for only Black lives. No. Your protest should be all lives matter. Fuck that. Sorry, my language, everyone. Yo, the supermarket's not even open. Well, that's true. People do overstep in New York. Like, for instance, I just found out, Andy, did you know Jonathan, John Ortiz? I just found out that at the Brooklyn event, the Independent Skate Festival, John Ortiz yelled at Jay's son. And I'm like, what? And then everyone was like, yeah, John Ortiz did that. I was like, but why? That's a kid. That's a child. Why are you yelling at someone else's child? So, and I found that out, and Jay was like, this is why he's not coming to the competition. Because he doesn't want no part of that. You don't just disrespect. Yeah, I agree. You don't disrespect someone else's child by yelling at them at a skate event that you're not even hosting. It doesn't matter if you were hosting it or not. You're not supposed to be yelling at no one else's child at a skate event. Why? Yeah, I just found that out too. I'm just like, isn't he a father? Would someone yell at his child? He'd be all fucking pissed off. This is why the rollerblading community can never have a unification process in New York City. There's trauma, there's problems. I can see it. I knew it since Bashin came back. I knew there's going to be something stirring up. And I was right. Something did stir. There were rumors about Bashin doing this and doing that. Like, oh, here we go. Can the man just make some money? Let me be honest with you guys. The man got out of prison, okay? He went to prison as a child while rollerblading. Keep that in mind. The last thing he wanted to do was kind of rollerblade, get back into the groove of things, to see where his bearings at, and then move on. People won't accept that he moved on. Like, it's like when pro skaters just suddenly just stop quitting. Everyone's crying like they have a fucking like a 401k with this rollerblader. Like they got a life savings or a pension on this rollerblader. It's like, why do you let the dude live? Oh wow. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That's nice. See, I told you, everyone. This is why I don't trust yellow caps. This is why I don't trust yellow caps in New York City. You guys always in some accident. Jesus, man. And this is not even Manhattan. How you get into accident by the studio, by the theater? That's crazy. And look, that car seems like it was parked. So he crashed right into it like an idiot. Oh, look at that mirror. Andy, that's true too. But New York is just, it's different, man. I went from Vancouver, Winnipeg, Seattle, Portland, San Francisco, LA, all that through the pandemic, Mountain View, all the way to Santa Barbara, during the pandemic, went back Midwest, went to Chicago, came back Midwest, well, it is still Midwest, but back to Wisconsin. I see the differences. I see the mentality. San Francisco is this. Guys, you go to San Francisco and you rent a car, you got to be the most idiotic person to rent a car. Because as soon as you rent that car and you park that car on the street, you just got broken in. Oh, yeah. By the way, you see more human feces on Market Street than you would see in New York City. And here's another thing. You'll see more of the drug use in San Francisco more than you see in New York City. Because in San Francisco, right there at Civic Center, they were literally like, hey man, I'm shooting up right here. You want to record this? Remember that? Watch my San Francisco videos. You guys like, oh shit, it is wild there. Oh, that's like, it's New York City's doppelganger. But wild. You got people literally taking a feces dump right in front in public. And here's the thing. San Francisco PD is outnumbered. So they can't do really anything about it. And mind you, in their bail reform system as well in California, it sucks too, just like New York. The same thing. Same problems. I have a question about those MA10 earbuds. Are they going... Or the quality, how was dude, the quality, here's the thing. The quality of the shell of those MA10 headphones were good. It's the components that are not good. You can't leave, if I put my phone on that car and walk maybe right here or right to this pole, it'll start disconnecting. Like I said, the MA10s were never designed for sport activity, hostile activity. It was meant for office use only. That's why when I said what I said about the reviews on YouTube, about how reviewers were just reviewing this product because it's all about, hey, click on my affiliate link and make me money. They're not giving an honest feedback. Guys, I gave reviews and updates for 2 years on those headphones. Back to back. Ain't no YouTuber doing that. Like literally every 3 months. It was like, what was it? The first 7 days, the first day, users unboxing. The first week, 7 days later, 14 days, 30 days, 3 months later, 6 months, 1 year later, and then it was 2 years later. That was my last video when I said I officially stopped using these things. They're so inconsistent. Even though I was switching headphones between those times. But they were very inconsistent. That's how inconsistent they are. They made me switch headphones. No headphones should make you switch. Like, oh, I don't want to use these. Nah, I want to use these. No, once you put headphones in your ear, you should be like, okay, all right, blast my music, walking down the street, hey, you know, not giving a fuck, just having a good time. No, those headphones drive you nuts. So, here's the problem also about the MA10 headphones. So they have an ability to connect to 2 devices at one time. But here's the problem. When you disconnect from one device, it would never connect back to the other device. And then when you turn on that device again, it would never want to turn back on. So you got to take out your phone and manually turn it back on. It was so inconsistent. Trust me, I got notes on this earbuds. This is why Bowie, but here's the problem with the Bowie app. You were not able to use it offline. Mind you, they made the statement and said that in the text message that I post on social media. You can still use it at some capacity, but most features are offline. That means you literally have to be online, and this is where you're tracking my data without my permission, even though I opt out on that, and you still want to track my information. This is why you got to be careful what products that you buy on Amazon and how you share your information with these brands. Because these brands are not always in your favor when using your information. This is why you got to take care of your identity. Data brokers are part of the system. And I feel like Bowie was a data broker. Like, you just wanted my information. So I have to literally have Wi-Fi. Mind you, it works with Wi-Fi, but let's say there's no Wi-Fi right here by my storage, right? They want you to connect to your cell phone service. It's like spying. I felt like it was spying and seeing your activities. Like, nah, I'm not very great with that. This is why I try not to use the app. And then when I did use the app, I used it for only EQ reasons. But yeah, the audio sound rich. They sound decent for what I paid for. What was it, $25? They sounded good. But over time, the quality diminished. There were problems with the driver. You could hear tapping from the driver itself. It was like some popping noise. Like, yeah, after a while, popping noise started happening. See, there's a lot of problems with those headphones that reviewers are not honestly telling the consumer about the MA10 from Bowie. They're not being honest about the headphones. This is why Bowie doesn't want to send me a product. They can't take criticism and honesty with a grain of salt. This is why I only work with brands that are professional enough to understand there were shortcomings, but we can fix this. Thank you for letting us know. We send you the new product when we get a chance. We will have the Mark II ready at some point, maybe in next year, quarter 20, or Q4 of next year or something. But no, they didn't even send anything. Mind you, I bought that with my own money. But here's the problem, how this turned into something malicious. I contacted Amazon to report this. And mind you, the brand responded back to the Amazon reply. And guess what? I never asked for a refund. I never wanted a refund. I just told them that the manufacturer need to be very transparent. And mind you, they send back my refund. They automatically just refund me without even Yeah, I didn't approve any refund. This is why I made a video about it. I never approve of any refund. You just refund me back? What does that say about the brand? They just refund you? What? See, when you know your shit, when you know your technology, when you know what you're talking about, these brands, these companies, it's not you putting fear into them. They're like surprised, like, oh, we're not messing with just somebody. We messing with someone that's actually know what they were using and they attempt to use the headphones for. This person figured what we were doing on their app. Come on. You bought it for $18. And you wonder why they want your information. Just saying it, friends. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video here. Please, you want to buy me some breakfast because I'm hungry? Pandas Paul. There's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. I enjoy your walks. I enjoy this conversation, but I got to go. I need to get some stuff. I need to get some skate frames. Oh, yeah, well, I kind of want to do it now so I don't have to come back here later to do it because I don't want to show up there until like 6 o'clock anyway. I don't like being early. I noticed that, well, here's the thing. I noticed in New York City that I can't be the guy on time because people make fun of you if you're on time. Apparently. I don't know what the fuck is that about. But this is why I miss Japan. Like, you have to be on time. You have to be on time. But here, I notice that people just show up. If they say 6, it's 7. Just trust me, everyone. New Yorkers, if they say 5, it's 6. So we meet at 5? No, it's really 6. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Please support the channel, support what I do. It does mean a lot to me when you guys talk among yourselves and in the comments and share your experience in New York City. As a native New Yorker, well, as a native dual citizen New Yorker that actually lived other places, this is why I'm a rare New Yorker. I lived in other states and other places, and I came back and still, and I'm not satisfied with my city's performance. So with that said, everyone, I'll talk to you guys in the next one.